How's it going, everyone? I'm just going to talk today real quick. I wanted to give you a quick overview and slight tutorial on the upper half of an AR-15. Now, I don't say upper receiver because I'm also going to include the buffer system, which would normally cut off on an AR-15 right there, but I'm also going to include the stock and the buffer system as well. That includes the buffer spring, the buffer tube, and the stock or brace, depending on what you want to use. I'll go through the parts of the upper receiver, how everything works together, what's included in the parts kit, why it's important, and how the gun overall works. My next video will be the lower half of the gun, and that is pretty much what you see right here, minus this part right here, because I'm going to include the buffer and the stock in this one, and I'll explain why in a second. We'll start with how the gun works overall. When you pull the trigger, the firing, okay, so let's start at the beginning. You load the rifle right here. Your mag goes in, you charge it. There's different types of charging handles. The normal one that people have is a standard T charging handle. Let me get that one squared away in just a moment. Here we go. This is standard T charging handle. You've got different types of these. There's different grades. This one is a $15 one from my local gun store. One of my favorites is the Falcon 3.7. This is a pistol grip charging handle. And the reason I like this one, I have nerve damage in my left arm, so it's hard for me to pull that little T back. But I can grab onto this one, pull it back, let it go, and it'll sling forward, and I don't have to worry about much of anything. Now, there is a third kind of charging handle, and that is a side charger. And the way that works is, actually, believe it or not, exactly like this one. You have it. This one clamps onto the upper receiver like so, and when you pull the charging handle back, oh, I got the T locked. When you pull the charging handle back and then it slams forward again, that loads the round in. That's what actually loads the rifle. Put your mag in, you charge it using a charging handle, and your round goes up right into the barrel, which is right in here. This is your bolt carrier group. It goes in here. I have a nickel boron bolt carrier group, and actually I'll demonstrate how this goes together using a standard T charging handle, right like that. Come on. Why are you not? Oh, because you are not interested. There we go. This is now a complete upper receiver. Got my bolt carrier group, charging handle. Now, when you have the gun loaded, what happens? You pull the trigger. Well, you turn your safety selector off, which is on the lower receiver. Turn your safety off to fire, pull the gun up, pull the trigger. What happens? The bolt carrier group pushes the firing pin forward into the bullet flies out of the barrel. As a bullet flies out of the barrel, the gases from that round on the barrel, do I have a spare barrel here? I believe I do. Let me grab that 300 blackout barrel real quick. Alright, so this is a pistol length 300 blackout barrel. I'm going to go ahead and slide this bad boy on just to demonstrate real quick. Alright, so as the bullet travels, the bullet loads in right here. This is the head of the barrel. As the bullet fires, the gases from that round, before it has a chance to go out the barrel, this is called the lead time. The gases go up the gas block, which is right here, and there's multiple kinds. This is a non-adjustable. You also have adjustable. Adjustable allows you to tune the rifle better. I'll explain that in a minute. Non-adjustable throws, it's completely open, so it throws every ounce of gas it can back up the gas tube. And when it hits the gas tube, it goes straight into the bolt carrier group. And I'll show you that right here. This is where the gas is hit. It slams this whole thing back out of the upper and into the buffer tube. Now, it hits the actual buffer. where is my buffer tube? Right here. Now this is the buffer tube. This is the buffer. It's the buffer spring. This is your buffer tube. Your stock will slide onto the buffer tube. The reason this piece is important is because your bolt carrier group, when it flies out of the upper receiver, it flies back into this buffer tube. Got it reversed. It'll actually hit the buffer, fly back into the buffer tube, and slam back forward. When it slams back forward, it does a couple of things. First of all, you feel that recoil. And the second thing it does, after ejecting that round, is it puts the new one, that got rotated, it slams the new round into the barrel, which allows you to fire the next round. That is what is called semi-automatic. It means that you still pull the trigger for every round, but it automatically loads the next round. That is called semi-automatic. The way this rifle operates is a gas piston system. Now, it can be tuned. There's a big debate in the AR world, and you're going to hear it everywhere if you go to build your own, about high-end versus budget. This is actually a budget build. I know, this is on back, upside down, the muzzle brake. I get it. But this is a Palmetto State lower, a Fab Defense grip. It's a podium grip, actually. I do have the rest of it. I just really like the feel of this grip. And it's just a lower parts kit. And this is a CBC Industries Gen 3 M-Lock rail. I have Picatinny on all four sides at the muzzle end and on the receiver end, but everything in between is M-Lock, except the upper receiver of is Picatinny. Muzzle brake standard, 5.56 barrel, 5.56 bolt carrier group, nickel boron. I put that in myself. And the charging handle I prefer to use on this is either the Falcon 3.7, which I showed you is the pistol grip one. I don't know of anyone else who makes one of these, so if you want to try one, I do recommend it. I love it. I also have the Devil Dog Concepts side charger. What I like about this, and I'll give them a shout out, I do not get any money for that. In the description, I'll put a link for USCCA, Legal Shield, and for the Beard Struggle. I do get revenue from that. It does help the channel, so please subscribe, hit the bell. I appreciate it. But the Devil Dog Concepts side charger goes right on top on a Picatinny rail. You don't have to adjust anything. You put your charging handle inside, and what happens is it operates and functions as a side charger, but it doesn't affect the 0-year scope. You don't have to mill out your receiver or buy a new receiver. It works on any standard upper. I love this thing. So those are my go-to charging handles. Falcon 3.7 or Devil Dog Concepts hard charger. But once you get that, the parts kits would normally include your pins, unless that's in your lower kit, your dust cover, the dust cover pin and spring, and your forward assist. Usually it does not include the gas block and tube. Now, what happens if you want to tune your rifle? What happens if you want to go high end? You're going to want to get a basic parts kit. You're going to want to get pins. You're going to want to get the dust cover that you want. They do make them engraved, so you can even get them custom engraved. There's literally thousands of ways you could do every ounce of this rifle. It is completely customizable. My plan for my next build is I'm going to do an adjustable gas block. So on my next rifle, that was not good. I'm trying not to do that. On my next rifle, I'm going to have an 18-inch 350 Legend barrel from Dead Shot Barrels. If you have never ordered from them or you've never heard of him, great company. He's up in Washington. I will not try and pronounce the name of the town because I fail epically at it every time, and it's a long, hard name to pronounce. I give them the utmost respect. Dead Shot Barrels has always been right by me. He's a great company. You custom order the barrel you want to the specifications you want. He has a whole list of options that you can do. Love his company. I've ordered a couple of barrels from him. He's never sent me anything but the best quality. I'm ordering a barrel from him in 350 Legend, 18-inch, or maybe 20-inch. I have it all set aside. I haven't got a price quote from him already. The gas block will be adjustable with a gas tube. I will supply the block and tube myself. I will be likely using the Devil Dog Concepts hard charger. I'm going to be getting an ultralight lower receiver. I will be getting, I think, an Aries Defense upper receiver. I'll go high end on this one, or at least higher end. But the reason that the buffer tube, and I included on this one, is because when you fine tune your rifle and you adjust the gas block, if you really want to take care of really go high on your rifle, this is a standard buffer and a buffer spring. This is a standard buffer tube. Nothing special about them. But if you take a standard buffer tube and you put a buffer, what is it called? A recoil reduction system. Now there's one in a company from Greece. I'm going to get the name of that. I'll go over that in a different episode. But what it does is when that bolt carrier group slams into your into the buffer and it's trying to take some of that recoil with the spring, there are systems in place that you can use that are much better suited to take that recoil. And it's actually designed to handle that recoil, reduce it, so you don't even feel the round going off. That's going to be my next and if you do that, generally speaking, from what I've read, you don't want to use a standard nitride bolt carrier group. If you look at your AR and it's got a black bolt carrier group, it is likely nitride. If it is silver, it is likely nickel boron. If it is colored, you'll have to check the labeling. It could be either, it could be powder coated. I do recommend nickel boron. The reason is because it is self-lubricating and it requires slightly less maintenance and way less oil. And in my opinion, it is more reliable. At the same time, the charging handle that you want to go with it. But when you tune your rifle, you want to adjust the gas block, make sure you have the right bolt carrier group in it. And when you have that recoil reduction system, you'll have to tune it all together. The timing of your rifle, and I didn't know this until I watched Warrior Poet Society. I found out that you have to tune your rifle. It has to fire right. And I had this built in 5.56, and I went to the range and I fired again. I realized the timing's off. So I started looking at it and I realized I could do much better. So I'm going to build a hunting rifle out of this for the state of Ohio. I am Buckeye blessed. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the buffer recoil reduction system. I'm going to keep my Aries Defense. I might put it on 80% lower, still working on figuring that part out. It will be in 350 Legend. For those of you who don't know, every ounce of the rifle of a 5.56 can be used for 350 Legend. For those of you in a straight wall state, the only thing that you need for a 350 Legend that you cannot use in a 5.56, or that you can use from a 5.56 to a 350 Legend, I'm looking for right now, is the magazine chamber for 350 Legend, and you have to have the right barrel. Everything else is completely interchangeable, and I don't know what happened to that magazine. So, right here. This is CMMG, chamber for 350 Legend. That's what this is made for. AR-15 style. I do have a Ruger American bolt action Ranch chamber to 350 Legend. I love that round. We got a bee in here. He shouldn't be an issue for you though. My wife is recording, so thanks, JB. But long story short, so I can get her out of here, so she's allergic to bees. But he's on the other side right now, so we'll let him do his thing. I'm going to switch out the barrel. I'm going to put an adjustable gas block on this. I won't have to do anything with the gas tube except switch it to the new gas block. I'll probably put a lighter weight rail on it. I have a longer barrel as well, so I'll probably put a different muzzle brake. I want to get a suppressor. There's a couple of companies out there I want to try on that. Upper receiver, I might do a lighter weight one, I'm not sure yet. But I will do my Devil Dog Concepts hard charger. And again, I do recommend them. They are a great company. Falcon 3.7, I also recommend them. This is a great charging handle as well. Special note, I know Wish and a lot of other Chinese websites do in fact sell AR parts. And I will tell you right now, don't order them. Don't. They are not to mil spec. You think they are. They say they are, but they're not. Do not order them. I can't tell you how many times I have had buddies, or I have even ordered them just to see. And I can honestly tell you that I have had, okay, I actually ordered this one. This was supposed to be an SBA3 brace, but I can tell you I've held an SBA3 brace, the Sig Sauer style, and I can tell you this thing is crap. The parts, materials, everything, it's all plastic. it's all crap. I mean, I feel like I'm gonna break this thing. I don't trust it. This thing is moving. It's not supposed to be moving. Um, it really just it's crap, and I wouldn't trust it. I can even rotate it in. That's not supposed to be rotating. I'm just gonna say I don't trust Wish. I don't trust its measurements. I don't trust the product quality. I order this stuff so I can show my buddies that it is not the same thing as what you get here in the American made product lines. So do not go overseas. Use American made. We're men. We're Americans. And we're proud of it. So stay local. Stay domestic. That's it for right now. That's pretty much the entire upper. Again, the way you build an AR, what are you going to use it for? You use it for the range. You want to go long range. You want to go short range. That's going to help you decide your caliber. If you're using it for hunting, like what I do, I'm in Ohio. We have a straight wall law, so I'm going 350 Legend. I love that round. I already have a bolt action with it, so I'm just going to build my AR. Then you got to decide what style do you want. Do you want to go lightweight? Do you want to go unique? Do you want to go high end, budget? You're looking to throw it around. You're looking to treat it with respect. You want to make it accurate as all get out. At that point, figure out where you want to go for it. You can get budget parts. You can get a whole upper pre-made. You want to learn how to do it yourself? Buy the individual parts, investigate them. I personally, when I build my 5.56 and I rebuild this, I might get rid of the nickel boron bolt carrier group and go with the titanium. I don't know yet. It just strongly depends on where I'm at that time on my budget. That's like a $400 bolt carrier group. But once you figure out what you want to do with it, then you figure out what style you want, then you got to go with investigating the parts. And that was a yellow jacket that just beat me in the back of the head. Awesome. Mm-hmm. But that being said, I am Buckeye Blessed. I appreciate you guys stopping by. Again, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell. I want to hear that ding now. I want to hear those clicks. I appreciate it. And again, thanks for stopping by. You'll have a blessed one. Bye now.